Good morning, Your Majesties. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? So I figured I'd tell you guys a really cool, scary story. This one's called Videotape. It's the cursed videotape story. So I just thought of it and I'm like, it's Friday. Why not just tell you guys a scary story, a scary videotape story on a Friday? Okay, and it goes. This videotape is a scary urban legend about a cursed VHS video cassette. It is said that if you watch the videotape, you will die within 48 hours. They say that the cursed videotape in the movie The Ring was based on this urban legend. Years ago, there was a group of girls who went to high school together. They were all best friends, and one night during the summer holidays, which is right now with summer break. um, during the summer holidays, they decided to have a sleepover party. They spent all day planning their sleepover, and they were um, because they were our horror fans, they decided to rent a scary movie. It was late at night when the three girls piled into the car and drove down to their local video rental store, but it was closed. That's not fair, but it was closed. Um, Hold on. It was closed. The girls spent the next half hour driving around town looking for looking for a video store that was still open. Eventually, they found a little shop that was located on a side street and went inside. The girls could not agree on a film to rent, so one of them went over to the woman behind the counter and asked her if she had any suggestions. The woman told her that she had just the thing for them and disappeared into the back room. While they were waiting, one of the girls noticed a videotape laying on the counter. It didn't have a cover box or a label, and it seemed to be very dirty and stained. She was curious to see what it was, and she reached out to pick it up. Just then, the woman came rushing out from the back and slammed her hand down on the tape, pulling it away. With a strange smile on her face, she said, "That is not something you girls should be watching." When they asked her what it was, the woman told them not to touch it. And all she would say was that it was a movie. Then she handed them an old horror film and told them it would be a much better movie for them to watch. Eventually, the girls agreed. Eventually, the girls agreed to rent the tape that the woman suggested. While she was in the back room searching for the film, one of the girls took the opportunity to swipe that mysterious videotape and stuffed it into her purse. Wow, what a savage. I probably do it too, honestly. Okay. Later that night, when the girls returned home, the girl who stole the videotape took it out of her purse and convinced the other two that they should watch it. They put the video recorder, they put the tape in the video recorder and pressed play. All of a sudden, the power went out. The power went out. Oh no. And the room was plunged into the darkness. However, the television was still on. With a crackle of static, the video started playing, and on the screen they saw a woman tied to a wooden stake. She was surrounded by angry men and women who were carrying burning torches. They were shouting and spitting on her, and then they set fire to the wood beneath the woman's feet. The women began laughing manically, and the people yelled out things like, "Burn the witch," and "This is your punishment for practicing black magic." And as the flames rose higher and higher, licking at the woman's face. What? Licking at the woman's face? Oh. She screamed out a curse, saying that all who witness her death will suffer the same fate in 2 days. Oh boy. There was a screech. There was a screech of static, and the VCR began making skipping sounds before it suddenly cut off. The terrified girls sat in the dark for a long time until the power came back on. They tried to convince each other that it must have been some type of prank. After a while, they agreed. After a while, they agreed that they should return the tape immediately. When they arrived to the location of the video store, it was gone. What do you mean it was gone? What do you mean it was gone? Like the store was gone? What? All they found was an abandoned building and an empty lot. 2 days later, all three girls were dead. The first girl was found floating in her swimming pool. Her body was burned beyond recognition. The charred remains of the second girl were discovered in the middle of the park, and the third girl's body was found in a furnace. Huh? When the police were investigating the mysterious deaths, they thought it was a very strange coincidence that all the girls had burned to death on the same day. In each case, the police thought it had been spontaneous combustion. But the weirdest thing about it was that nothing around them had even been signed by the flames. They found a trash can outside of the house of one of the girls. It had been set on fire and was burned out. Everything inside it was destroyed except for a videotape, which had been expectedly left untouched by the flames. That is such a scary story. I've actually heard this story before, and it's such a scary story. It's such a good story too. Let me know if you guys have heard that story. What do you guys think of it? I think it's a classic. I think it's a good story to tell at a sleepover, or around the campfire. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart in the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be Monday. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Mwah.